Thank you, Jerry, and welcome to everybody. It's a very typical Gold Coast sunshiny day out there by the look of it, so very appreciative of the hats that we've all got to wear when we go outside and look around the displays. So firstly, on behalf of ALFA, welcome to BeefX 2014. The Events Committee has put together, I think, a great program for you this year, and we have speakers from all over the world and from all parts of industry. BeefX is designed to do a number of things. Firstly, we aim to provide information to assist you in your various businesses, whether you're a feedlotter or one of the many industries that service and interact with our industry. Secondly, we aim to challenge you to be involved and debate the key issues that are confronting our industry. We like to take risks. We like to attack the hard issues. These can be difficult, but we want to take an open approach to discussing them to ensure we find ways to alleviate and overcome any problems and to capture the opportunities that these things can provide. As I said, from opportunities in China that you'll hear about shortly, Europe you'll hear about tomorrow, issues like antibiotics and HGPs, we'll take the opportunity and the risk in bringing those forward for your debate and discussion over the next couple of days. A special thanks to the Events Committee and particularly to the Events Committee Chairman Gina Lincoln for their efforts in pulling it all together. Gina deserves special mention as she has recently decided to step down from the ALFA board, which she's been a councillor for some 8 years, and in 5 of those years as Chairman of the Events Committee, which is really one of the most difficult roles within the organisation. Your contribution, Gina, has been fantastic and you'll be sorely missed. I'm sure that we'll take the opportunity to use your services in the future, I'm sure. So 2014 has been an extraordinary year in the beef industry. We've seen drought conditions in parts of northern Australia continue to take their toll on beef production and on communities alike. Record numbers of cattle have come to market this year, with feedlots absorbing large numbers of those cattle that have found their way south from those very badly affected areas in the further northern regions of the country. Processors have been booked out for months ahead, and total kill numbers, particularly in Queensland, broke records week after week. These record slaughter numbers has left the industry with very low volumes in the system, which will impact significantly, and particularly for our industry, in the years ahead, and I'm sure that will be a source of some discussion. We're seeing records for beef in international markets. Just by way of example, 90 CL or grinding beef product into the United States is now selling at over $7 a kilogram. So we've never seen anything like that, certainly in my time. The good thing though is that this demand is very broadly based, and I think that is the critical issue that we're seeing this time, which we haven't seen in prior years. The last year has also seen new trade deals agreed with both Japan and Korea, which this organisation took an active role, and we are well advanced in our discussions on a free trade or a new trade agreement with China, and I'm sure over the next couple of hours we'll hear more of that. Offsetting this will undoubtedly be the higher beef cattle prices, which I mentioned, and high grain prices, and one of the issues for us, of course, is that in northern New South Wales and southern Queensland, where the large demand for feed grains, but not only from the beef sector but from also pork and chicken, this is where we don't have any grain, and of course most of us are paying high freight costs to get it here. And I guess I can hear you all saying, well, what's changed? This is the industry we live in. I think the big difference at the moment though is the low cattle herd numbers all throughout the world, and the amazingly strong growth in demand from a number of markets, and not just China. And I think, as I've said, this market diversity will stand us in good stead. Another ongoing issue for us is the pressure from those people and those groups who want to close down all animal industries. This no doubt will continue, and a constant focus on improvement across all aspects of our operations will be essential to ensure that we bring the public along with us, and that we maintain a vibrant and strong grain-fed beef industry for many years to come. With these issues and the many opportunities out there, our industry is very well placed to take advantage and capture our share of the benefits from a rapidly expanding world demand for protein. Undoubtedly, it is very exciting times ahead for the Australian beef industry. 2014 is also an important milestone for the industry, and given that it represents 20 years since the inception of the National Feedlot Accreditation Scheme. Our quality assurance program is the oldest in Australian agriculture and has provided the credibility, transparency and integrity to progress and defend the sector over time. It would not be overstated to say that the industry would not be where it is today without the influence of this vital program. ALFA has recently instigated a review of NFAS, where we hope that a vision for the next 20 years will be agreed and the program will continue to grow and provide the basis for delivering a wonderful product to our customers in a sustainable way for many years to come. I have a couple of good duties to launch a couple of things here this morning, and firstly is an online chemical registration course, which is very important for us. ALFA has partnered with training specialist Smith & George to develop an online chemical training course which is tailored for both grass and grain-fed livestock producers and includes training on the safe and responsible handling of agricultural and veterinary chemicals. The course and its additional animal health training complies with the requirements under NFAS and LPA and all state legislation for chemical use throughout Australia. Participants who successfully complete the module on animal health training will gain an additional endorsement on their chemical accreditation card, thereby enhancing their employment opportunities. And because it's an online program, it really does aid in making it effective in a cost sense and avoids all that long distance travelling. So participants here at BFEX, Smith & George in partnership with ALFA, are offering you a significant discount of 20% on that module, and we encourage you to take this up, and it's available until the end of the year, and there's information outside. I now have a very important task. I'd like to take this opportunity to launch something very special for ALFA and for the broader beef industry. It's a book called Grain Fed, A History of the Australian Cattle Lot Feeding Industry, and you will see a display near the registration area outside. This book provides a chronological account of the first origins of the feedlot sector, the key events that shaped its evolution and the key individuals involved. With over 150 photos as well as fascinating accounts from influential figures throughout the industry's history, it is a must-have for all involved with the beef sector, not just those of us in the feedlot industry. After a very long gestation period, I'm smiling at Mr. Condon down the front, this book details the people and events that make the industry what it is today. Very special thanks must go to a couple of people, particularly former ALFA President Robin Hart, who is here today, who has orchestrated its evolution, and the authors John Condon here in the front, and also former ALFA Executive Director Bob Coombs, who did a tremendous amount of work to bring this book to life. A very special welcome here today to past presidents. Robin Hart I mentioned, Jim Cudmore, immediate past president, Malcolm Foster, Rod Hadwin, and a very special welcome to Dougal Cameron, who is great to see you here today. There are two versions of the book on offer, a special edition which comes with in a nice box format. It's a great gift opportunity for your customers or family or friends, and also the standard version which you have here. This special edition is an $80 cost, and this version is $60. But here at BFEX, when you're going to order, I'm sure many of them, there will be a discount of $10 available. So get in now. This is the best opportunity you'll get. Speak to Matty or Mel at the booth near the cafe. And we also have decided to take one boxed version and have all the past presidents of ALFA, of which all bar two, I think, are here, and the three that aren't here. And we'll get those three to also sign, and we'll auction that book tomorrow night for a charity yet to be determined. So please grab it. I've had an opportunity to have a look through it. It's a wonderful read, and tells a great history of the development of our wonderful industry. So in conclusion, events like BFEX are only made possible by the contribution and commitment of many people and many companies who give their time to come and display their products, talk about their services and interact with their customers. We thank them for their continuing support of our industry, and we please ask you to spend some time outside in the foyer and also outside on the lawn. A very special thank you to the sponsors of ALFA, and you'll see them on the bottom of the screen in front of you. Their contribution to keeping this your association working for your industry is invaluable. So this event also would not happen, of course, without you. So without you, there is no event, and so please enjoy the program, enjoy the opportunity to come together to discuss things that will shape our industry, and also, and even more importantly, and I'm sure you don't need any particular encouragement for this, but it's an opportunity and a time to have some fun. I would have had a lot more fun had we won the golf yesterday, but Charlie Moore didn't. And for those of you that are involved in the golf that has some resonance, he won, I think, 4 years in succession. And one of our sponsors groups, the National Bank group, won yesterday with a rather ridiculous 10 under par off the stick. We have no idea why. I did see professional Bradley Hughes sitting outside earlier. I didn't see his name in the list, but I saw him getting his gear off the cart. I don't know whether there's anything in that, but there may be. So please participate where you can, contribute your thoughts and ideas, as all those ideas and thoughts are important to making this a success. So on that note, Mr. Gannon, I'll hand back to you, our MC, to get things underway. So have a great couple of days.
Thank you very much, Don.